Community relationship is nothing but people. People equivalent to community. So this is what I've been managing successfully for past 20 years, that is 2 decades closer. What is a community? Community is composed of different structure of humans interacting successfully with each other on a day-to-day basis, and wherein every human being is being given a designated role destined by them and the Almighty above, and they interact on a harmonious basis, ensuring a clear communication with each other. So what is my role in it? My role is to ensure the communication is clear between different individuals belonging to different strata group and from diverse nationalities and diverse background. The reason I'm here in front of you today is to cover up a few topics on human and community relation. A community relation is a role which is coming in a segment of social relations, and it covers you teachers also. Teachers, yes, you are officially coming under a quadrant where we community relations expert, doctors and educators are being segmented as per the human service to the society. First, what I would like to emphasize here is, as an educator who is going to face or educate the next generation of community going to come and then represent the communal center, it is your prime responsibility to mold the forthcoming community right from the seedling, that is the student. A proper seedling will lead to a beautiful tree, a tree which has or encompassing every community inside. So, how do you nurture a seedling as an educator or a teacher or a professor or a principal or a headmaster? Whatever strata you call it or whatever segmentation you call it, you are an educator. First and the foremost is, an educator needs to have an active listening skills. What is active listening? They should keep their ears open and listen to what a seedling is trying to exhibit. That means a child comes with its own aspirations and dreams. An educator needs to keep an active listening skills open so that he or she can understand the communication given out by the child. Why do we have to actively listen? To nurture a child, you need to understand the social structure the child is bringing in from into the schooling environment. Remember, the children come from a diverse background of different social strata, and their conditioning at home can be reflecting at the place of education. So, active listening skill will help you to understand the child and condition the child required for the forthcoming actions that you take with the child in conditioning the mind of the child. And why active listening is required in interpersonal relationship also? Yes, active listening is a beautiful concept where it will help you to do a beautiful interaction with your peers, colleagues and superiors to understand what exactly a communication is being intended for and whether you have received the communication clearly and whether the person has interpreted the communication clearly. So in this fast world of technology, active listening skill is of prime importance for any good interpersonal relations. Interpersonal relation involves a relation with your child or a student, a relation with your colleague, relations with your superior, relation with your peers, relation with the persons who are reporting into you. The second important aspect I would like to emphasize is empathy. Empathy is a beautiful word which is defined throughout the history. It is nothing but, simplistically put, you put yourself on the shoes of the other when you are having your conversation. Why is it required? A teacher was a child and a child will be a teacher tomorrow. You always try to put yourself in the spectrum of a child so that you will understand the expectation of the child. With you being a teacher, you can further condition their actions in learning and development. And why is empathy required in your interpersonal skills? Empathy is an important aspect or a virtue that will help you solve most of the human conflicts in a conversation. You start with diluting the opinion of others first in your mind. You start empathizing with why a particular individual had posed this question to me, or why a particular individual has reacted in this way to me. Understanding comes with empathy, and then once you empathize, you will start reacting to the situation in a more positively conditioned way. In this approach, you will be able to solve 100% of any conflict in the human relationship. And third important virtue for an educator is understanding the changing technology which is happening around you. The new age generation is rapidly learning and evolving themselves as an individual who wants to think ahead of its time. An educator or a teacher should always educate themselves on the evolving technologies, such as the emerging technologies like artificial intelligence, machine understanding, robotics, so that they will be in a position to condition the learning of new technology by the children. As long as an educator or a teacher is not learned by himself, he won't be able to deliver the way in which a child will understand the emerging technology. And the fourth important aspect is setting the expectation of the parents. Why is it so important? Setting expectation is a beautiful term which, when imbibed and understood clearly, will solve most of the controversial situations. What do you mean by setting expectation? If you are committing something to somebody, ensure that you commit within your capability and understanding, and whether you are 100% confident of delivering it on that committed timeline. This, what it does, it builds a trust with an individual where you are setting your expectations. Where do an educator need to set its expectation? An educator or a teacher need to set its expectation foremost with the parents. The new generation parents bring in their wards to the school with a lot of expectation because of the peer pressure of the society, because of the peer pressure of the fellow students and their parents, and then they bring in that expectation and come to you for a one-to-one interaction during your one-to-one session. As a teacher or educator, you will be assessing the child's potential and the capability. Ensure that this is reflected correctly in a reinforcing manner without fault-finding mission on the children. This will make the parent understand very clearly what is their expectation and what is the child is expected to deliver, and what is the expectation from the teacher to nurture the child towards delivering the aspect. And setting expectation is good on the interpersonal relationship with your colleagues and your superiors and juniors and your reportees also. The minute expectation is set, then you can draw up a clear pointers on what all the key aspects that needs to be covered and what are the probable solutions for each aspect to put in. So setting expectation become another important virtue for educator and teachers and per se in the entire corporate world that you're dealing with. All the aforesaid aspects or the virtues are common for a corporate, nothing but a human, nothing but an individual in a different setup, whether it's going to be a school where it's a corporate environment, or a company or a multinational group where clear communication skill, empathizing skill, expectation setting skill, goal setting skill, all are being monitored and appropriately reflected upon from the recipient. So I sincerely request you, the educators and the teachers, to start imbibing the skills individually and then reflect it transparently to the wards that you will be nurturing and to your fellow colleagues whom you will be working closely, and your superiors who sees a value in your deliverance